It seemed like you didn't learn nothing.
You ain't learned nothing.
I didn't need to learn. I didn't have to learn
nothing. Trust me,
nothing.
my guy. You walked off easy.
Did I? What is that a threat? How you gonna talk like that?
Kick rocks.
I was gonna tell you the same thing. Here, I'll hold the door open for you. There you go. Have a good day, young lady.
You have a better one.
I know, you too. Try to smile, it'll help you.
You're under investigation, and I'm telling you right now, you're being detained.
Right,
in order for me
Sergeant,
to ID you.
What's your name, badge number, by the way? What's going on, Bay fam? It's your boy, Bay Area Transparency, and we are back with another banger. We're in the city of Sacramento, California, and we went back to the state controller's office. This was the next day, so that I can file more of a public records request, as well as show the pictures of the individuals I was requesting documents for. As you saw in the last video, I never got to get the names. When we went back, I went to the other side of the building to check out the other office. You would think the security would learn his lesson. As he said in the beginning, I didn't learn nothing. I didn't learn my lesson. I got off easy. These next highway patrol officers that came did not do their job the right way until I lightweight forced them to do their job the right way, as you're gonna see. And the security guard and the employees were off the hook. It was absolutely ridiculous. Bay fam, I need a favor. I need you guys to share these video links. Share the Facebook link. Share the YouTube link. Whatever link you watch, share it on your social media. Get this around. We need transparency, and the only way we get it from our government, if we, the people, are a collective. The Bay fam, we must be a collective. Follow us on Facebook, Bay Area Transparency Official. Follow us on Instagram at Bay Area Transparency. Subscribe, like, share. And one more thing, these videos are always put out in chronological order, the way they happen. There is nothing I edit to make somebody look like they did or said something they did not do. I put them out in chronological order, and all that I cut out are parts where I'm narrating to the camera, and it's not an interaction with a public worker, and I don't feel the narrations are important to keep in sometimes. Sometimes I'm giving game and a little education and spitting law, so sometimes I keep them in, but I don't like to bore people with that stuff and just hearing me blab my fat mouth. Let's get to it. BAT, baby, and I'm out. That's okay. We'll still do what we do. We gotta do public records for this side and all that good stuff. So
yeah, there's like real stuff, bro. Right. The pins, all that.
All that's needed.
Oh, the tax.
The tax.
Yeah. The tax is
Thank
wild.
you. Set it on up. Yeah.
Are you here for a special reason?
No. No. No reason. No reason at all.
Were you here yesterday?
No. No, this is my first time coming here.
This is complete city.
So state controllers, let's see, claim schedules, couriers, disbursement and accounting reporting divisions. Claims. It looks like we're calling Fluffy. Maybe the Fluffy security guard.
I never seen his face. Yeah.
They're gonna help me or not. Oh, this is crazy, right?
Excuse me.
Yep. Where I sign up to get one of them at?
I wouldn't know.
I'll just cut yours and
I wouldn't know.
open the doors. No, I'm fucking around. I don't need a key card. And you say you guys had somebody come through here yesterday?
Yep.
Doing this recording?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, interesting. What'd they say about it? Somebody beat me to it, huh? Coming in my area. What is this right here? Some bag. Why is that thing in color? That thing needs some fucking WD-40. Lonche. Comida. Yeah, it's Fluffy. Here comes Fluffy. Fluffy! What up, Fluff? How you doing, brother? My mic is very, very strong. I could have swore I heard him say, yeah, it's the same bitch. My mic's strong enough to pick that up, so I'll hear it in the video. Definitely wasn't saying that shit yesterday. They want to talk all that shit, but when the police come, he's snitching like a motherfucker, right? I'm telling, but hey, he want to be, oh, it's the same bitch. It's that same bitch. That's what he said right now. You know what I mean? And like you, the bitch, bruh. Reads and shit is crazy. But,
So you can kind of,
damn, that door just slams on shit. Yeah, we gotta get some good shots up in here.
He's not visiting anybody. Correct.
I'm visiting everybody. I want to hear the conversation. I gotta listen to this. It's important. We gotta make sure we hear. Oh, let's hit this. Yeah. There we go. Gotta hear the combos, man.
I need you to stand out of the doorway, please. You're in the doorway.
Somebody comes, I'll move.
Yeah, I need you to move now so I can close this door.
Come on, man. Somebody
Have a good
comes,
day,
I'll
man.
move.
Hey, look, man, I'm not messing with you. I'm just asking you to step back. That's what I'm trying to do.
No, I'm trying to hear what you're saying.
You don't need to.
I do. It's important.
Now you hit me with the door.
I didn't touch the door.
Hey, you push your buttons, bro.
I pushed the button.
Man,
Yeah,
why don't you go home and chill with your wife?
Don't stand
Enjoy
in front
your
of the.
family,
Don't stand in front
man.
of the door.
Why don't you go do that?
That's why I stand on the inside, out the way of the door. Feel
Nah,
me?
you stood in the walkway.
Yeah, but
we went through this walkway.
but I'm out the
yesterday.
way so I don't get hit by
We
the
went through this
door.
walkway yesterday.
I know. It seemed like you didn't learn nothing.
You ain't learned nothing.
I didn't need to
Trust
learn.
me,
I
trust
didn't
me,
have to learn
Trust
nothing.
me, my guy. You walked off easy.
Did I? What,
good day.
what is that a threat?
Nah, I don't threaten nobody. I ain't threatening nobody.
I walked
baby.
off easy. There was nothing you can do. I mean,
glad you feel
that's
that.
it. Nothing you can do, nothing
glad
you
you feel
gonna
that
do,
way.
and nothing you can do. Right?
Glad you feel that way. Have a good day, brother.
Likewise. I'm
Go
just
spend some
trying
time with your wife.
to hear the conversation.
Go spend some time with your wife. You ain't got to worry about my conversation.
Well, I'm at work, like my wife. My wife
Hey,
working
that's
too.
where you think she's at.
She at my house working.
Yeah.
I just left yours. You got a girlfriend, wife? Bust it all in her mouth right now. You want to talk that
Sounds
shit?
good.
I'll talk it back.
Sounds good,
Yeah?
little buddy.
Don't talk that shit, clown.
Yeah, oh, no, I'm a clown.
Yeah, for real. You wanna talk that shit? Be professional.
Man,
You're at
how
work.
do it?
Act
Because he
professional.
has nothing else to do. Because he has nothing.
Want to call people a bitch? Now I know for sure. He
I
said
ain't
that.
call
Shit.
you no
Yeah, you told dude that's that same bitch from yesterday.
I ain't call you no.
I told you my camera will pick it up. I was trying to give you the
Why
benefit.
you on your camera?
I give a fuck about you in your life, motherfucker. Who you talking
You're threatening
to?
my life now.
I said I give a fuck about you in your life.
Okay.
Oh, this dude
Make
funny.
the call.
You gonna snitch again?
Make the call.
He gonna call. He gonna tell again. This dude telling like a muff. Huh?
You can't go in that building
Why is that?
because you're not allowed to.
Who said that?
You don't have a badge.
I don't have a badge.
That's right.
Oh. Can I borrow yours?
Don't act stupid.
You going out? Can I borrow yours or what?
Don't act stupid.
Don't act stupid.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How you gonna talk like that?
Kick rocks.
I was gonna tell you the same thing. Here, I'll hold the door open for you. There you go. Have a good day, young lady.
You have a better one.
I know you too. Try to smile. It'll help you. This lady's crazy. All these people are crazy. What was your name, ma'am? Oh, I'll get it. It's public record. I'm going to get your pay stubs, too. Oh, people. State workers, man. I swear, most of them are fucking ex-dolphins like that lady. Want to be tough guys like this dude. Until he ain't been nowhere. I could tell you ain't did time by the way you act. So.
I don't need to do time. You do time
Hey, that's where the tough guys are, right?
They don't get caught.
That's what you think.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying, man. All the tough talks I needed. You're at work. Just be professional.
Hey, man, you have a good one, buddy.
Likewise, be professional, bro.
I'm always professional.
Nah, you wasn't talking about. Oh, that's where you think your wife's at.
That's where she at.
That ain't professional. Right?
You think what you doing is professional?
Yeah, hell yeah, that's my job. I'm professional, yeah. I got 2 jobs. I got a construction career I've been doing 17 years, and I got this job. And I tell you this, I clock more dough than you do.
Glad you think that, homie.
I know that, baby.
Okay.
I know that.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Go enjoy that. Go enjoy it.
I am. I enjoy it every day. I enjoy it every day. I don't know why you back over here. This dude over here just to start shit, talk shit. We want to control somebody. That's the problem. And what company is this? This is Marina Security. Are they privately owned company contracted through the state to have security guards over here? If they are, we can easily push the state to get rid of this security guard. This dude got to go. They need to promote Slim Shady. Slim Shady was better than this clown, for real. This dude is something different. You act certain ways, I act the same way. You want to block me in you coming out? You want to block me in a hallway, doorway, and push right through your ass like I did before and many times before that. So.
You got no business. You just recording. I'm not here to see anybody specific. It's the same person that was here yesterday. So
Oh, he was here yesterday?
this is, yeah, that's why CHP was called yesterday.
And what did they tell him?
You can record, but hold on, give me 1 second.
Yeah. So is that the building? Yep. Yeah, so I just talked to Trish, she probably has to say,
Let's see, what's this dude saying? Is this Will?
yeah.
Let's see what we're talking about.
Yeah, sorry about that. I talked to the property manager. She said you're not allowed on site.
Oh.
I know we called the CHP last night, and they said you were, but she's saying no, you're not.
Well,
You can do it from-
tell her property manager she doesn't know what she's talking about.
Well,
she
she
got no.
just looked it up.
She has no
But
authority.
I called police, no big deal.
Go
But
ahead.
she said
They're
you're
gonna
allowed
tell
to
you
do
the
it
same
from,
thing.
from the sidewalk. You can do it, but this is private property. It's not a public.
This is a public office.
No, it's an office, but this
This is
this
a
road.
no. Listen to me.
Okay,
I hear what you're saying, and
yeah.
I understand the confusion, right?
Gotta go too.
When the private property owner rented out and signed a lease agreement with this public entity, in that lease agreement they signed that you understand your property will be open to the public during XYZ hours,
Okay.
right? So this is a public office. We have every right to be here, come here, and do business,
fine.
and that's the way that
Yeah,
works.
I see.
So
I mean,
I see your guys'
Yeah, I know.
confusion, and I understand she
I see
don't
what
know.
maybe hold the police.
But
can-
I know all this, right? I
Okay.
know these laws like the back of
Okay.
my hand. So she's just wrong, or he, or whoever it is.
Yeah.
They just don't know.
Okay.
So are you Will?
No, I'm not Will.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wrong one. Wrong person. What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing all right.
Yeah, I
What's
see you
going
got
on?
the bling, man. Let's say, can I borrow one of them? Let me hold one of them. I can't afford that.
I can't
Gold
either.
prices nowadays, what? I got a half ounce on my ring finger. That's about it.
So what's going on with the recording? May I ask?
I'm just in here doing a story, man, and I came yesterday. I didn't know this side existed, so I came back today because by the time I found out about this side, it was already past 5. You guys were closed. So yeah, I just came back to check out this side and get some records and stuff from here, and yeah, that's it. I'm doing a story.
Oh, you
Your
did
security
this.
guards just don't know what they're doing or how to
Yeah.
handle it or how to talk to people. You know, dude walked up and said, "That's why you heard us talking." He walked up and said, "Oh, that's that from yesterday." That's not what we want. You're a state worker, right? And I know he's in a private company, but we don't want our security guards in our public offices speaking to or about people that way. And then when I told him, well, my wife's at home working like I am. He said, yeah, that's where you think she's at. Basically, she's out, you know, cheating.
your wife
or
works for the
whatever.
state too?
No. My wife's working at home, right? We're business owners. We don't work for
owners.
other people. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, that's why I document, because if I told these stories, nobody would believe it, but I have it on camera to prove it. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
No, that's the whole point. I'm here to check it out. You know, and you got security guards who just don't know what they're talking about, and
We got new rules and policies now. Yeah, we have them here. We only go through one door, out the other door. That's it. You know, so we have to follow the rules and everything for our boss and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's
and
guidelines over here, and we follow all the protocol and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just that's why I'm checking it out. I want to see how you guys are going to treat me. I want to see how the security guards are going to act.
Yeah.
If they call the police, I want to see how the police are going to do. Right? Like,
I understand.
You know, that's part of the story. Like, how are public officials going to react when we go visit our public offices and ask questions? You know, what are you guys doing? How many people you got working? These questions tend to bring out the worst in people sometimes. Right. And I want to see, like, because y'all work for us. I mean, you're paid literally by my taxes. You know what I mean? All of us, right? So all of you guys, right?
Yeah.
So but this is the thing. Your taxes, I know on your check it says you're paying taxes, but you get tax money already. So they're just taking a little cut from you and putting it back in the tax pool. See what I'm saying?
Don't believe me.
Yeah, probably a big cut, right? I know how taxes are. Taxes are fucked up.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, it's scrutiny on public servants. That's what it is. So yeah, it's scrutiny on public servants, man. Some people do good and some people do bad. You know,
that's absolutely.
These security guards work for private companies, but they don't know they're working for the public. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's part of what it is. It's not a big deal. I mean, they're making it a bigger deal than it is. That's all.
Just an FYI, just to let you know on things. This side is really confidential, and the other side, you're welcome to go on the other side. We got two doors. We got one here, one there.
Right. That's why I came to this one today. So how is this confidential? The public doesn't come in this door?
No public comes in.
Where does it say that anywhere?
I'd be honest with you, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no public could go through it unless they have a badge or something.
Well, you could just walk right in it.
Well, if the door's open.
Well, this door I know we can't get through.
Yeah.
But this door we can come in. That's why you guys have a lobby in these windows. And
the only thing these doors right here, these two, is because we get work from other departments, so they come to us.
So what side is this, or what do you guys do?
Oh, we do everything. Trust me.
Well, what I mean is like because for me I see a help window, right? And I see I see another help window, and when I went in here, I seen another help window. And so what I'm saying is,
it's not really a help window because it says right there, carrier pickup and delivery only. So they're
the couriers,
ones to go on that side and everything. So over here, this is only when people could drop off claim schedules on this side. That's it. We don't get visitors here.
Okay.
We don't get visitors. But you are welcome to go on the other side.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If this is authorized person, the thing is, I know it's not authorized personnel because there's nothing up that says it, right? And that's the way the law works. That has to be posted.
Right, it has to be posted.
Yeah.
I understand.
See,
I understand that part. It has to be posted.
She just clicked the thing. So is the door locked?
Yeah.
How did I get in it then? Because I just walked in it. Let me see. Because if that is true, then yeah, no, I totally agree with you. But let me find out. Let me look. Oh no, that's not a badge thing.
No, it's on that wall.
It's unlocked. So it's open to the public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
So maybe you guys don't typically get people in here.
No, we're not supposed to.
That's
the only thing. We're not supposed to. This is not a public place for people to walk in here and everything and stuff. So this is a FYI. So this is not public. This is for departments to bring in some work. So that's what.
No, I know, but like, so one thing I could, like I said, one, it has to be posted, like
Right.
employees only,
Yeah.
authorized personnel,
Yeah.
and then the door would be locked, and we wouldn't be able to get in, and you would have to scan a badge to get in, which I don't, right? I just walk in.
Right.
The second thing is there's a law for the Public Information Act. There's other laws too, but I go over that one. If I want to come to this department and specifically request records that are public from this department, we could do that, right? And we have the ability to come in and do that. So I know you guys don't typically, but unless it's posted somewhere, employees only, and that's another purpose of this, right?
Right.
Is why wouldn't it be posted? So maybe when I put this video out, the state goes, hey, we gotta post that. Your bosses, hey, let's go put up an employee only sign, lock the door, you gotta scan your badge. Then people won't come in. But like, I see a lobby, right? I see places you can sit. There's magazines, or there was magazines, right? There's all this other information. So I see.
I can give you an explanation. People that comes in for interviews, they sit here, or people.
Which are the public?
No, it's here.
But you just said interviews.
Yeah, when people come
they
for an
don't work
interview,
here.
they don't.
Yeah.
When they come for an interview, they'll sit here and they have to wait.
So that's the public.
Well,
That's what I mean.
consider,
That's what I mean. If they can come in, we can come in. That's what I'm trying to get across to you. If members of the public at all ever come in here, then we
it's
can all
understandable.
come in here.
Yeah.
See, that's just the way the law
until
works.
we put a sign up there.
If you guys have a sign up, I would never even been in here.
Oh,
Because I know not to go in places I can't be.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Just
understand.
like the other side, there's long hallways all the way around.
Right.
I walked all through those yesterday.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing that says I can't, and that
Right.
makes it a public hallway, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, but I mean it's not a big deal, right? The cops will come, they'll tell you guys the same thing. They'll be like, no, this is public. Like even if you say it's not, there's
Right.
still nothing on the door. He can walk in
until the department puts that sign up there.
I mean, hey, if you did that, then I wouldn't be here.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
it
it's
would be that simple.
understandable.
How you doing?
Yeah, it's understandable.
Do you work here?
No, I'm just a courier for the state.
Oh, you're a courier for the
Yeah,
state.
see.
Okay, cool. So I can I'll help you out right now, right? I'll help you. I'll let you make your point. I'll help you to do that. If you go get a piece of paper right now and write on it and say employees only or authorized personnel, and you tape it up to that door, I'll be on my way.
Oh.
Because then you're telling me I can't be here.
Right.
But it has to really be that way. And
Right.
from what I see, I don't think it really is.
Right.
Because the state's not dumb. Right? I'm just saying maybe you don't. Well, hold on. Let me take that back. This state is dumb, right? A lot of shit that goes on here is dumb. But what I'm saying is the state very well knows in their building where the public areas are, right? Because you have a legal department that deals with that.
Right.
And that's why on a lot of your doors, not this one for some reason, but there's a badge to get in. It will say employees only, right? Because they already know. So legal goes through it and they say, okay, this is going to be a lobby. This is going to be that. Put up this sign here. That's all done by your legal department.
Right.
So, anyways, I want to hear what these guys say. I'm going to bounce out for a minute.
All right.
I'll let you get back to work. What was your name, bro?
My name's Aaron.
Okay, good to meet you, man. I'm Jay.
Jay.
Yep.
Nice to meet you.
All right. Have a
Good
good
one, man.
Yeah, you too, brother.
All right.
Okay, interesting. So that dude was cool. I think his name was Aaron. See, I'm so bad with names. He literally just told me his name, and I don't remember it at all, right? But he's just another one who's confused, oh no, people don't come in here, this, that. Well, it has to be posted. It has to be up. There has to be signage. There has to be, all these other things like per the law, right? So they can say, no, it's people don't come in here, can't come in here. But unless it's posted, it doesn't matter. Like nothing, it ain't got nothing to do with me. So then we had our buddy here who's the security guard for Allied who talked to the property manager, and the property manager said, oh no, you can't be here, XYZ. But did you talk to that property manager again, bud?
Yep.
How come they have two different? Oh, because you're through the property
We have
management.
3 of them actually on this site.
Securities?
We have 3 different security.
Different companies. So it's because you're through the property management company for the grounds. They're in the state offices. And who's the other?
We have
company?
another one on site.
With from Dignity or something.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. It makes sense. So 3 different
So
places.
hopefully when they
hiring
show
their
up,
own.
we'll hash it out,
Yeah, I'll let you guys
'Cause
figure.
like I said, I'm just stuck in the middle of whatever they decide.
Yeah. I'll let you guys figure it out. I'm sure you guys will sure you guys will figure it out. So, yeah, I think it's funny. People, they just don't know. Oh, here comes, is that the highway patrol again? Let's go. Let's go see him. I walked too far, f***ed around, missed some of the conversation here. Oh no, that's not Trowick. Thought you might have been Trowick, but you're not. Or whatever his name was. Oh man.
So you were inside here filming?
Huh?
You were inside here filming?
I'm not sure. What'd they tell you?
Yeah, that you were inside there filming.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You're causing any problems or what?
But if a camera is a problem, then I guess that's a problem. But it's a First Amendment right, so
No.
I don't know how it could be a problem.
Okay. All right. Well,
Look like Doogie Howser.
so were you working yesterday?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Mm-mm.
I guess he was here last night and was doing the same thing.
Just today, no, last night. Yeah, we got off last night.
What do you want to know about last night? I might be able to help you.
Who the security guard you talked to?
Yeah.
My balls. Sticking in my
Just that you were out here
sticking in
last
my
night.
thighs. Oh, okay. Well, what would that mean though?
This is going tonight, this is going tomorrow, next Saturday. At what time, 5?
What would that mean that I was out here last night?
Okay, no problem.
Just that we got a call?
He's on site.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want to hear some of this. Luckily, I got a directional camera.
He said what? What did he say?
Give him
What did he say?
15 feet.
That's, he was just, that, I took it as a threat at that point.
You took that as a...
Yeah, my boss did too. That's the point.
Oh, he's saying I threatened him.
Yesterday he pushed me in the hallway. There's video of that.
Yeah, what's your...
I'm on there.
Now he's lying, saying I pushed him. That was interesting. That's why you record, ladies and gentlemen. Get it all on camera.
No.
Always get it on camera.
So... What time do you know? Around what time?
He got here about 4:15, left at a little after 5.
So he was just inside yesterday?
Yeah, he was on the other side of the main entrance.
Okay, that's the main entrance. And what happened on the...
He was just walking around, somewhat being aggressive. It was just little by little escalating.
Was he just filming?
Filming in front of filming to the offices.
And then what time did you get here?
He just got here a little while ago, about
Did you guys film basically?
about 5 minutes before. Yep. As far as I know, property management say he's not supposed to be on the property. So
And when was he advised? Or did they advise him?
they advised him as soon as he showed up today, because he was here yesterday. And apparently, from what I understand, another officer was intimidated by him over in the loading docks where he was at, where he wasn't supposed to be.
That was yesterday?
Oh, this is a lie. I got this on camera too. It's all not true. I wasn't in the loading dock. I was outside of it.
Do you know the other officer?
No, because they were here. They were the other companies.
Okay,
But-
you're with...
I'm from Marina Security.
I'll just be quiet for a second. Let them do their thing. That's why you come
Okay,
and
so
listen.
yesterday he comes in, he's in office, aggressive filming offices. He's filming offices, like inside.
Trying to the doors, yeah.
And then he goes to the loading dock, and his employees.
It seems like this cop's trying to take a thorough report as if there's a crime committed, but they shouldn't even be telling them, hey, there's no crime, you can film. I mean, other than that, there's really nothing.
What's your phone number? Let's just do this. So you basically were here obviously today and yesterday.
So he's basically trying to lie, so he was threatened. But 422 is very clear. You have to make an immediate, irrevocable threat of causing harm or death, great bodily injury or death.
Yeah, that hallway has a couple cameras.
Now he's saying I pushed him, but he's not saying how he tried to false imprison me.
He tried to push past me. He stated that I was blocking him from leaving. There was an emergency door 2 steps behind him to walk out of.
And so he's trying to say in the doorway that I pushed him, which isn't true either. Like I said, that's why you record. You get it all on camera.
So when he was in there,
on top of that, it's a misdemeanor officer doing that.
At that point, I was just walking around making sure he wasn't intimidating anyone.
okay, so how did he end up in like near the emergency exit?
No, I was just following behind him. He refused to stop and kept going, walking wherever he could.
Okay. And is there anything like is there public access in this building?
To the front lobby and only the front lobby. This is actually an employee entrance. They're keeping it locked, but that's why we have security here.
Okay.
I say this is an employee entrance, but there's nothing there that says employees only, authorized personnel, or nothing. And let me right in. So
Yeah, well, I'm getting his now, but state court.
I got her. I showed her. Thanks, Richard. That's a little trespassing. I think so.
can't trespass somebody from a state office, but
no, I just got his info, basically what he's in. So this is gentleman's here. He's in the building.
at this point I've already been in. So if they wanna say, oh, we'll arrest you if you don't leave, I'll go ahead and bounce because I got my public records request. When we put out the video,
down further, right to the.
when we put out the video,
the vans that belong to this building here.
we'll come back because we're allowed to.
I'm not
it's a
positive.
state office.
I know she said he was filming the vans, the vehicles that have been there. And that's definitely not open to the public, you know.
Yeah, he's in the
They're talking about these vans right there that are out. They're saying that's not open to the public. Oh my goodness. All bullshit.
602.
The property manager. So I have the information. She was saying, said that last night.
So now they're talking about trespassing me from state offices. I want to look up 6020, bud. Can't use trespass to violate constitutional rights. So look, I want to show you guys something. Pay attention. Let's go over here. Let's look at the vans. But the dude's lying, saying I pushed him, lying, you know, all this trespass shit and all that stuff. Nobody asked me to leave either. The security guard just came up and said, hey, I know the highway patrol last night told you you couldn't be here, but my property manager said that's, or that there's nothing they can do, but my property manager said that's wrong. That wasn't, hey, we want you to leave. If they ask me to leave right now, I'll leave. I don't feel like getting arrested. I'm just starting my day, and it's a Friday, so I ain't trying to stay in jail. But they're talking about these vans that are out in a public area, and this won't be over. Like, first I'll call a sergeant, have them call a sergeant out. So here they come, and it's good because we can look at these vans. Let me see what he's talking about.
Sir, do you have your driver's license or ID?
Come again?
Do you have your driver's license or ID?
Why would you need that?
Because you're being investigated for a crime, trespassing.
Okay, do I have to give it?
Yes.
I have to give it? 'Cause
Yeah,
you're investigating me?
Correct.
Where's your sergeant at?
You're being detained at this moment for
For
a
what?
crime, assault and trespassing.
Assault?
The party said you pushed him. So until we investigate and understand, get all party sides of the story and see everything, footage.
Well, I have everything on camera
Okay.
that I can show my lawyer. No one was pushed.
Okay, well, in order to...
Yeah, call your sergeant. I don't have to give you my ID.
You do have to, because you're under investigation
No,
at this
California
point.
Penal Code doesn't say I have to give my
What
ID.
penal code is that?
Look it up.
You are the one citing me. You're telling me that you don't have to. I'm saying you do. You're giving me a penal code, so just tell me
Sir,
the penal
unless the only time you have to give your ID in California is you're lawfully arrested, or if I'm driving a vehicle. I'm not driving a vehicle. Oh.
You're under investigation, and I'm telling you right now, you're being detained.
Right.
In order for me,
Sergeant,
for me to ID you.
What's your name? Badge number, by the way?
It's right here. Badge number, Bernhard.
Bernhard, and what's your badge number?
20813.
All right. Yeah, call a sergeant, but you don't know enough about this. And no offense. How long have you been doing this?
11 years.
Okay. Well, you guys should know then. One, you can't trespass somebody from a public building.
That's
Two,
not. It's a state building.
Which is public.
It's a state
we
building.
Can go in.
There-
I went in
lobby.
yesterday
I'm not
about
saying.
public records.
Listen.
So
Listen
how
to
would
me.
you trespass
Listen.
me from a public building?
Listen to me.
Listen
You're not
to
listening.
me.
You're not listening to me at all. I
I'm
said I'm
hearing you.
investigating. In order to investigate, I need all sides of the story.
Okay.
If you don't want to talk to me, then I can't investigate
Right,
and I
listen-
can't do my
listen.
job. I get what you're doing.
But you have to
And
investigate a crime. Sir.
and there was one.
Trespass can't be it. It's a public building.
If you are past where you're lawfully allowed to be,
And I never was. CHP was out here yesterday and told him, man, he can be here. You guys were out here.
okay.
They say he can be here. He can be all through here. Any public hallway.
They said you went into
I
what
know
I'm
they
telling
told you
I know
that, but
that.
it's just
And
not
in order for me to investigate though,
Like, give me a second. Let me show you. I'm gonna help you investigate. Look, the vans. They're like, he was taking pictures of the vans yesterday, and they're in the loading dock. That's an area he can't be. These are the vans they're talking about, bud.
Okay.
I don't go. Listen, I don't go in areas.
I'm not saying you're guilty of anything.
Right? No, I'm not saying you are. What I'm saying is I don't have to give you my ID unless I'm lawfully arrested. Two, you can't trespass from a public office, right?
I
Three,
understand
these
you're not
are the
trespassing.
vans they're talking about.
I understand what you're saying, and I'm not saying you're trespassing. I'm saying what they're telling me. They're saying you're trespassing. I don't know where you went until I see camera footage. And in order to investigate, I can't just say, oh, okay, I believe everything you say. Bye, sir.
Oh, no, I get all that. I'm not saying that you have to do that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's a public lobby. It's a public office.
No, I understand that
and
part.
I can be in there.
There's
I did not pass any sign ever that said employees only, authorized personnel only. I crossed no doors I couldn't cross. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, so
and
I
have all on camera.
Okay, so you're saying that you didn't. Did you film the whole time you were in there? At any time did you turn that off?
I never cut the cameras off.
Okay. Did you? So you went into the building, obviously, yesterday.
I went into a public lobby and a public hallway that has a bathroom, water fountain, everything down
Okay.
it. Public offices that you can be.
And
at,
nowhere at any point did they tell you you couldn't be there, or you didn't see any signs that said you couldn't be there.
That's the thing. Like they told me I couldn't be in the public lobby, which is not true, right?
Well,
and even CHP came out and said, your other officers came out and said, yeah, he can be here. And then Trial Week or whatever.
Trey Week?
Yeah, he seen me last night over there, and he told him, hey, this property has public access. Let me get out of the driveway.
Yeah.
He says this property has public access to that other storage, to other businesses. Like, you guys can't just tell people they can't be around here because there's all this public access everywhere. So that's what I'm trying to say. Call a sergeant, because I already heard you guys talking about trespass, and that's something you guys should have immediately told them. We can't trespass them as a public office. We can't trespass them.
So give me 1 sec.
Yeah, do your thing. I mean, I obviously didn't run. I'm not going to run from you guys.
I understand
right?
that.
Like,
I'm like I said, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying they're right, and vice versa. But in order for me to investigate everything, I need all the details. Yeah, that's the one I was looking for.
All right, so hopefully we get a sergeant. It's some like the CHPs yesterday all knew
So
exactly what they were talking about.
Treyway came out yesterday.
Yeah.
And
two others.
And two others talked to him. And it was in public. He was allowed to be here. So everything that happened yesterday, they've already talked to him.
Okay.
So everything new today is he's out front now.
Mm-hmm.
And I can be in that lobby.
They want him to.
Like I try to tell one of the state workers, I go, look, if you guys have something up that says authorized personnel or employee only, then we can't go in there. But if the door is unlocked and it's a state office and I need to come in and ask for public records, which I need to do, I also asked for public records yesterday at the other office. Like, we have access to do that. Just because you guys say you don't want us here because you see a camera doesn't mean legally we can't be here. It's a public, we pay for this office. I'm allowed to come in and I can give you got Smith versus Cummings, right? Very, very clear. We can record all public officials while on course of their public duties, right? I can give you the Glick case, ACLU versus Alvarez, the Askins case, Musameki case. I mean, case after case after case where this has been ruled on, we're allowed to come record in public areas. So, I mean, real simple.
No, I understand the public recording. I could care less about the recording.
Well, you said trespass, and that's why I'm going over it. Like, what that mean?
That's what.
Because I don't cross. I wouldn't. Like I said, I do this everywhere. And actually, the CHPs, they came twice yesterday. Treywick came last at night when I was already out walking on my way. As the security guard got mad and did all kind of crazy shit. So there was
You're talking about the security guard here? That was
yeah, she was like right over here when I was walking out. But there was two other officers that came like maybe a half an hour after I got into the lobby. And they were cool as well. Like, we had a conversation and they told them, hey, there's nothing we can do about him being here. And that dude tried the same sad nonsense. Oh, he pushed me, or he did this, he did that. Like I said, I have it all on camera. I don't push nobody. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't do that. And even if I did, it's a misdemeanor that didn't happen in your presence. So he can press charges all he wants. You guys can do whatever you want, but that'll lead to a lawsuit for the state. So it'd be a bad idea. That's why I say call your sergeant. Because I don't have to give ID, I don't have to supply ID unless being lawfully arrested. Is that your sergeant there?
Hopefully. Because no one's answering the phone, so.
Can't you call him on the radio?
Yeah, we could, but it's just easier to see if...
So yeah, I still need to get public records. The reason why I came back is yesterday, 3 employees, I asked their names. I was trying to get their records from their employee file, and they wouldn't give them to me. So I had to tell the gentleman who took my records request, 3 unknown workers, right? And I was like, look, what I'll do is I'll come show you a picture of them, and you guys go get the records that I'm requesting. And so that's partly why I'm back, to go show them the pictures and say, these are the 3 people. Now get those records. And then, yeah, you guys get bombarded with this nonsense, right? It's ridiculous.
Is this the office they told you to go to for those records?
Well, it's the same office that I can go to any state office, right? But it's the same office that I put the records request in last night. So I can't believe this security guard is such a liar, bro. He pushed me. Nobody pushed you, dude. You're fucking crazy. You try to block somebody in a corner, like, and hold them there. It's crazy. I find it funny. And then to say he got threatened is just, I mean, 422 is very fucking clear.
Are you live streaming this?
I'm recording.
Just recording?
Well, no, I didn't say I wasn't live streaming. I just said it's recording. So, yeah, this is crazy.
I'm trying to figure it out. Just hang tight.
No, I got you. I just want you guys to do a good job. That's why I decided to talk to you. I'd rather you do good than look bad. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully they have a good sergeant, because this guy's demanding ID, and I don't have to show ID. right? Yeah, like that's why right when he started demanding ID and I don't have to show ID, that's why I told him call a sergeant.
He's saying you guys, he filmed the whole thing, like when he was. So he filmed the whole thing yesterday. And they contacted him yesterday. I mean, right. And if he's saying
Let me hear what they're saying here. I'm not gonna get too close. I'm gonna stand right here for y'all. I just like to hear the combo.
Tell him that he got talked to by, you said Treywick, Officer Treywick yesterday?
There was 2 in the afternoon, and Treywick came like an hour later, 2 hours later, because they called again because of recording these vans that I showed you.
So you were in the building first. That's why the first time they called you.
Correct.
Then you came out. You're filming here.
Yeah, I was walking away to my car and I was documenting the vans that are state vans, and then they called the security guard. She freaked out, and then Treywick came out, said, "Hey, there's public access in the back to other businesses. This whole property hasn't. You guys don't get to just tell him to leave, and it's a state office. He can be here." And then he bounced, and now we're here today because, like I told this officer, what is it? No, he's Bernard. What's your name and badge number? Ramirez, badge number?
20394.
30394. What about you, bud?
Ruiz.
What is it? Ruiz, badge number?
21469.
21469. Appreciate it. So yeah, anyways, like I said, I came back to show him the pictures I told him I'd have for him of the employees whose public records I need, and then this, craziness happened. And the dude, this and that thing, I heard him say, "Oh, we asked him to leave," and he didn't leave. Dude never asked me to leave. The other security guard, he said, "Hey, I know the CHP told you yesterday you can be here, but my property manager says they were wrong." And I'm like, the cops are wrong about the law? And so that's not asking somebody to leave. They have to explicitly say, plus you can't trespass in public. I don't even want to get into it, but the lies you guys are being told, that's why I just sit there and stay quiet, because I have it all on camera. So I can point out if I need to with my lawyers later and just show, hey, this is all bullshit. It's all lies. And that's what people do a lot, because they want to pump it up to you guys, right? Like yesterday, you know what they told the CHP when they called? He's in restricted hallways that he can't be in. He crossed these doors, so you guys came quick. Like, where's this guy? And I was standing in the lobby. They're like, have you been anywhere? I said, just this hallway. And I said, he could be here. Why'd you guys say he couldn't be here? So that's what I'm trying to get across, is like the bullshit, it's all on camera. So I didn't expect this today. I expected him to learn something today. So I don't know what this conversation's about. So yeah, trying to get my ID, and then it seems like they're pushing. It seems like they're trying to push for an arrest, is what I see. And I thought this guy was young; he barely started, but he's been in 11 years. It's really sad that he doesn't know that you can't just ID somebody because you have them detained, right? It's sad. It's a sad day when cops don't know that stuff. And I'll gladly let them. I'll let them arrest me. I mean, if they're gonna tell me to leave, I'll probably leave because it's Friday. But if they're gonna arrest me. I mean, it is what it is. But for what? Like, what would you arrest somebody for recording?
Go into the lobby, and that's where he said he was filming in the lobby. So.
At least this guy's trying to think about it.
Got contacted yesterday.
Now I'm starting to like this guy a little bit more. Earlier with the ID thing, I was like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing, but now he's looking into it, and I understand his position.
So I think
like, we have to look into it. You know what I should have did today? I should have just stayed silent the entire time. They probably would have arrested me, and it would have been a lawsuit.
Like the property manager?
Oh, that's old. Hell yeah. Look at that old thing. There's a security guard who lied and said they asked me to leave. Nobody ever asked me to leave. I mean, yesterday, but that's already taken care of. So
If you don't care for me to run them out, then
if you don't care for me to run
yeah,
them
yeah,
off, I
that's
would not be
It's
going.
the only thing I was concerned about was when he said he pushed him, but then he already got talked to yesterday, and that guy's claiming it, but he says he has it all on film. So you report anything, right? Okay, all right. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's what I agree. Oh, go ahead.
You're good. You're good here. I can lift it up so you're
Okay.
not.
All right, I'll call you back if you need, but I'll tell Ramirez to give that state controller your number, just in case. All right, cool. All right, sweet, thanks.
So at least this dude actually looked into it now, because a lot of times they don't.
The state controller, so just give Scrib, or give her Scrib's number, sorry, and then, yeah, if he got contacted yesterday, and that was never said or anything, then that's kind of normal. And then, did he say anything, security? Just today you were in there, right? Did you go in today, or are you just filming outside?
No, he said he was in today.
You were in the building today?
Yeah, that's all.
Oh, okay. You were in the lobby, or where were we at?
I'd never go anywhere but a public area, so a public lobby. And I need to go to the other side to, like I said, I told him, show them the picture from the I requested public records yesterday, give you context, right? There was a few employees who wouldn't tell me their name. When I do a public records request for their employee file, I have to have a name or I can't get the records, right? Just a random CHP officer told me XYZ, right? I can't do that. So I told him, hey, I'm either going to email you or come back and show you the pictures. So I need to go back to finish my records request and show him the people's pictures so he can put their names down so I can get the records from their employee files. So essentially, that's the whole purpose of me being back today, is to finish my California Public Information Act request. So now you have a little more context.
The manager doesn't want you back in there.
Doesn't matter. It's state.
I'll
It's
give
public.
her a call and see if there's somewhere that she knows that you should go that can help.
No, I'm going to go in there. It's public, bud. They don't get to, just because a private owner rented out to a state office doesn't mean they get to control the public's access. If other members of the public have access in there and I didn't commit a crime or disrupt business crazy some way, you guys don't get to tell me I can't go in
But
there.
if you don't have any business in there.
Well, one, the First Amendment is business, and two, my public records request is also business.
Okay, but if your public records is somewhere else, then we can try and get you to go to that other place.
Well, the law says I can do it at the office that has the records. These people have these records, and the onus is on them to send it.
Now,
the bottom line is you can't tell me I can't be in there.
No,
I'll gladly take an arrest for that.
I get what you're saying. But what he's saying is, because they don't want you here, out of courtesy, if there is another place you can go.
So I won't do it. I'm going in there to get the records.
Is there a reason you want to go specifically in there? Is it because you know they're amped up and you want video?
Well,
or is it because...
I mean, even if it was, that's not illegal, right?
I'm not saying it is.
The reason is, the reasoning being, and I'll give it to you very easily, they're the ones who already have my public records request. I just need to show the guy the pictures so he can finish doing the public records request. So if I go to a whole new office, I got to start the process all the way over, and I don't want to do that. I just want to show the pictures and then be on my way. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be here for a long time today. I'm trying to get up out of here. And I was actually trying to leave yesterday early too, but they just wouldn't come out and serve me and do the public records request until you guys came and told them, hey, there's nothing we can do. So.
Well, in my opinion, like this is strictly opinion, because they're already upset and don't want you there. Like, I get what you're saying. You're allowed to be there. There's nothing they can do about it. But if they don't want you there and they drag their feet and they're going to make your life harder to get these public records requests.
Well, that's part of the story then, right? Part of this is not just people being confrontational, things like that. Part of it is how are public employees going to do their job, right? When they don't like something, when they're mad. Are they going to drag their feet? That's important for me to show. That's dissemination of information to the public. You got to understand, I'm not just a regular random citizen. I'm a journalist. This is a news, right? I'm here for news purposes, and I'm exercising my First Amendment right. If they have a problem with that, I want to document the fact that they have a problem with that so we can get them educated, because it's about education, not confrontation.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I try to come at this as reasonably and respectful as I can, while also still, you know, exercising my rights and not backing out from them. Because once we start backing up from our rights, man, we're losing them, you know. So it's we need to make this more. Any conversations I have with any workers from the public, I record those conversations. It's important.
Okay.
So
basically, you need to finish your public records request.
You'll see what signage they have.
Okay. And then, yeah, once you figure that out, hit up the state controller and give her Sergeant's Fizz. The number that you gave me, that's the correct one, yeah.
yeah, and what I told him for this other side, I tried to help him out. I said, because go ahead.
My sergeant, he can't come out. He has no problem coming out. But basically, he told me that, yeah, like if we already contacted you yesterday, it's public, and you didn't do anything, like as far as like today assault or do anything. Obviously, you got contacted or battery or whatever.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, there's like, it's public, so you can keep doing.
Well, he said I pushed him. I can go push him. Like, we should make it true, dude. We should make it true.
Well, once it's true, though, then I have to do more. So don't do that.
I'm f***ing with you, man.
But I can have him come out still if you want to. But
no,
basically,
that's fine.
he's checking.
Thing was about the ID. I don't have to give ID unless lawfully arrested in the state of California. There's no law. Like, you could try to say 148A.
Well, there's two. No, so I get what you're saying. There's two things though. The only what I knew as of today, I didn't realize that you had got contacted yesterday, and they did say you were here yesterday. I didn't know people came out and talked to you yesterday, officers.
Yeah, twice.
So when he told me there was like pushing going on, so that elevates obviously my contact, right? It goes from consensual talking to you to now maybe there's a crime going on. Obviously they want to trespass, so if you did push him and you were somewhere you weren't supposed to be, now we have crimes going on. So that's why I was requesting your information, because at that point, you know, I want to make sure, like, see who I'm dealing with, right? But obviously you got contacted yesterday, which I didn't know.
Yeah, but even just so you know, and I just asked you to look it up, people and CHP don't know this a lot, I find, because you guys deal with highway shit a lot, right? I'm not saying you're not trained. I'm just saying you guys deal with this on the highway, and anybody driving has to give ID if you have reasonable suspicion of a crime, right? But out here, reasonable suspicion of a crime doesn't matter. California is not stop and ID state. So in a stop and ID state, if you have reasonable suspicion, I have to ID, but out here I don't. Until the booking process. So if you're going to give me a ticket, I'd have to then ID, right? If you're going to cite and release or you're going to arrest me in the booking process, I have to ID at that point. And that's what I was kind of arguing with you about earlier.
No, and I get what you're saying, but my thing is I'm trying not to escalate to the point of arrest if I don't need to. So usually it makes it easier just like to know who I'm dealing with, get all the facts and disseminate. But I get what you're saying. I get your rights. I understand that you don't have to.
Well, but you said I did.
Yeah, because there's a crime going on, and I didn't want to charge you with a crime. I'd rather investigate and do the whole shebang. I could do a cite and release. I can do a complaint to be filed, right? Without getting your info, and do that later. But for ease of getting it, you're in the system as far as like, it's not like you're, you know what I mean, like a ghost where like no one knows anything about you or anything. Like your dad is out there. I get some people are afraid for like getting your info in the system, I guess. But yeah, my thing is just like, if there's a crime that's occurred or said to be occurred, I need to investigate. I want to know who I'm dealing with.
I know how you guys are trained. You're trained to get ID. It's always ID. You have to put in the report.
Well, and it's not even just that. There's a lot to it. It's more than just like ID. Like, say you fight me, I don't get your info. You fight me, you get away. Now I know nothing about you. There's no way to contact you. And maybe I get what you're saying. You're filming. You have all this stuff. It's a little different scenario. But without having that info, then there's no way to track you. Now, like say you know something crazy happens and I get hurt and you're out the wind. We don't know who you are.
No,
it's more of a safety thing.
Right.
And I get like people don't like to give out their information, and you do have rights, but also like we're looking out for like I don't want to get hurt, and there's all this. There's a lot. There's an old
saying, and I'm gonna mess it up, but it's from Ben Franklin. He says, "Those who would give up liberties for a tiny bit of temporary security are fools and will have neither." Right? So the Fourth Amendment, before Terry versus Ohio, you guys weren't even allowed to ask for ID unless you were arrested.
Yeah.
There you have the probable cause standard. Now we have this reasonable suspicion, and they train you guys ID. And some of you guys just think you can just get ID all the time. We still have a Fourth Amendment right? Unless you're in a state like Nevada that's stopping ID, something like that, Texas or whatever. But Texas actually isn't a stop and ID state. They tried to name it. They're a shall ID state or something, which is stupid.
And I don't know if I told you, you're free to go. You're not detained.
Well,
but
you told me I was detained earlier.
Yeah,
so you say I'm not. I'm
detained.
You're
You're free to go and film still, do your thing.
I'm just having a cool conversation with you now. So I don't mind talking to you guys, man. I want you guys to do good, you know? I don't dislike police. I just dislike bad policing, you know what I mean?
I appreciate it. So my thing is, I get what you're saying, and I understand, like, you start the process here, you do have the right to film, and I get the reason you're doing it as far as, like, public service and them doing the right thing and treating everybody fairly. But actually, I mean, it's like I said, it's your choice.
It's controversial.
You could go either way. I get it, and I know it's hard because I know you're trying to get information out, which is, you know, admirable. You're trying to disseminate information, public service, and what's going on. So you are doing that. So it's like a double-edged sword, right? You're damned if you do, damned if you don't, I guess. Because if you don't do it, then it never gets fixed. If you do it, you don't. So I get that. I get that part of it.
I get it,
but,
man.
I
get how some people look at it and like, you're going in and you're sticking a camera in people's faces and they don't like it. They're working. They're just trying to make a living. They don't want you to do that. You're making them uncomfortable and all this stuff. Like, I get it. I get the points of view, and then our point of view as well. I have a right to do it, and I think that we should all be doing it. And there's two sides to it. It's super controversial. Like, I get it. And some people feel left and some people feel right. I notice not many people are in the middle of this. I get death threats all the time. I get people emailing me and sending messages. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to rape your family and rape your daughter. And they're like, the police are right. I'm like, you're a back the blue guy, but you're talking about raping somebody's daughter? Like, what a piece of shit you are. You know what I mean?
You need to report those people.
Yeah, well, I don't report. I just prefer that if they ever come to my house, I call you guys to pick up the body. You know what I mean? There you go. Hey, this guy came over, man. Pick up the body. You know what I mean?
It's all. But doing stuff when they threaten, like email, and like that's like hard proof right there. Like,
no, I know. And that's why I thought it was funny when the guy was like, "Oh, he threatened me." I don't know which one of you he told, right? I took it as a threat. He threatened me.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, you told me my wife, or I don't give a fuck about your wife. And I said, well, I don't give a fuck about your life. Like, I don't care. That's not a threat. 422 is very clear. You know what I mean? Like, I have to say, I'm going to kill as irrevocable, unrefutable. Like, I know 422 like the back of my hand. So, anyways.
I left a message.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you let her?
Yeah, left a message for her to call him.
Okay. Yeah, he said if she has any issues, she'll call him. I told him he's free to go already, but.
Okay.
No, we're just talking now. We're having a good conversation.
Okay, cool.
So, I'm going to go finish my records request and get up out of here so you guys don't get called back, man. I'll make it smooth and transition. And
so this one is the employee entrance?
That's what they say.
And they said the other one is open to the public.
That's what they say, but it's not true. What I did is I told, and that's what I was trying to say earlier, I tried to help the state employee out. I go, look, if that's really true, which I don't think it is, because when the state gets these buildings, the legal team tells them where to put employee and all this stuff in the badging, right? Like, it's an open door.
They said they're going to do it.
Yeah, they're going to need to do it, because he's right if it doesn't say.
It's an open door, it's an open lobby, but what I told him is contact your legal, ask them if you can put up a sign that says employees only, and then we can't come in. I would have never came in. Right? But even if it has that and it's open to because what they told me, I said, does the public ever come in here? They said, well, people coming in for interviews and people coming in to drop off paperwork and this and that. I'm like, that's public, bro. If they can come in, we can come in. Whether you think it is or not, you're wrong. And that's just people that are uneducated in the law. That's why I try to talk education, not confrontation. Anyways, I'm going to go be on my way.
Can I ask you a favor, though?
What's up?
Would you mind going through the front?
Well, I can't go through that way anyways. So I have to go walk around because you can't get through.
No, I know. But, like, instead of going through their employee entrance that they're going to turn into an employee entrance.
The other one is on the, like I said, I can't get through that area to get to where I need to go. I have to walk all the way around the building.
That's what I'm asking.
I won't go back in there if that's what you're asking.
So I appreciate that.
I'll make it easy for you guys.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Cool.
All right.
Till you leave and then I go back in there.
All right.
No, I'm just playing. All right, guys, take care.
All right, you too.
Let me just get your car numbers real quick. I can get this one's 150-1657. Let me get the back of Officer Bernard. Oh, this is not Officer Bernard. We got 150-1650 is that. So Take care, guys. Oh, my allergies, man, they're getting so fucking bad today. So I hope he learned a lesson, and this guy was cool. He's like, man, I'm just here in the middle. They called me, man, so.
So what they say? You're good here?
Yeah, they said they talked to you, or they tried to call your property manager and left her a message.
Okay.
But yeah, there's nothing they can do. I try to tell you guys.
Yeah,
it's public, Brody. So just so you know, maybe you can tell the other security guards.
Well,
This
now
is
we have to go by whenever the property manager tells us. If they tell us to call,
no,
every time
I
you come
get
by.
you have to do your job, and you're directed by somebody.
Right. So that's how we do.
But
it.
now the property manager will know because they called them, her, him, whoever it is, and told them, hey, it's public. Like anybody could be there. Literally anybody. You guys literally can't close it to the public.
Okay.
So, anyways, all good, bro. Take care. I appreciate you. At least you weren't like the other girl last night. I don't know.
I think she was a little panicky, being a female, you know. So.
Well, it was weird. She was like parked over here.
Yeah.
And I was like walking away. I was on this side, and I heard her yelling at Will, whoever you guys' supervisor is, and she's like, "This punk motherfucker, he's sticking this camera in my face." She hopped out the car and started like running at me, and I was like, "Back up! I'm gonna hit you if you hit me. Like, don't do it."
I know.
I'm like,
but, you know,
but I was
nervous.
I told her later. I'm like, I wasn't even close to you. She's like, you were right.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was like 30 feet away from you.
Yeah,
like, what are you talking about?
It, you know?
Oh, I'm not worried about it. For me, it's footage, man. I put it out, and it all goes to the internet. So, anyways, take care, bro. Oh, my allergies fucking killing me. Here goes the CHP. Oh, I didn't get them driving away. Let me get them driving away. Did the other guy already leave?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, shit. I wanted to get driving footage. My roof of my mouth is itching like fucking crazy.
Good.
Oh, now he's going to talk to him. Okay.
So he's fine inside the building, outside?
He's fine anywhere public access is allowed, and if it's not posted, like here it doesn't say employee entrance, all that stuff, he's allowed. I requested that he goes through the front side, which he said he will.
I did say that.
But he's allowed anywhere on his property at all?
He's allowed anywhere public access is allowed. That's not, and there's no signage saying otherwise, saying that this is like employee only or stuff like that, because that is, I mean, that's his rights. It's
that's fine.
Public, and like I said, all these businesses, there's like tons of businesses besides state. So, anywhere public access is allowed, he's allowed. Okay. And he's allowed to film.
Pollen is bad this year.
And obviously anything above that, like as far as like threats, like an actual like then but if it's public and like no signage, then
okay. All right. Sounds good. Thanks for coming out.
All right. Thanks, Bernard. Appreciate your service, man.
Thank you.
A little different than I thought you were gonna do at first. You surprised me. I thought he was gonna be on some bullshit, but he wasn't. He was cool. So I'm gonna show the entrance real quick. I want to get what he's saying, and I want to get him driving away, right? Because I don't think this will be a drive of shame in this. I don't think this will be a drive of shame situation, but.
Basically said worried about your life, and because you told him to go home and enjoy his life. So that's not a threat. That's a statement back to you to say you worry about yourself. I mean, I understand what you're saying because you want to. Honestly, it's like if he's in a public place and there's no signage.
This is an employee entrance.
But there's no signage saying stuff.
But now they got a badge to get into.
So how'd he get in?
They just locked it. After this, they just changed it.
Okay, so at the time, so that's what I'm saying. So now I know the other officer told me that you guys were going to make an employee entrance so badge into signage. So wherever you don't want public access or public access isn't going to be allowed, there's going to be some type of signage for someone saying employees only or whatever in order to qualify as trespassing, because otherwise it's not trespassing.
So I take issue
and
when
we talked to, I guess, the number. We gave her our sergeant's number.
He said basically you gotta put up signage, but then what they do is they go put up signage anywhere that's still
But I know
public,
2 officers
you know.
came out originally, and then a 3rd officer came out later on, a couple hours later, because of loading dock, which is also still public, but the filming from, as long as it's not, like I said, anywhere it doesn't say employees only or employee access only, then he has the right to film. I requested that he goes to the front side, which he said he would, instead of trying to come through here, but obviously you guys locked the door. I would.
And this dude was told all this yesterday.
You don't have this issue anymore.
That's what I don't understand. He was told it
But
yesterday.
He wants to finish his public records request, so.
You did that yesterday.
Yeah, he said he needed a picture, I believe, or he needed to finish it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, this guy's mad. He's butthurt.
Yes, sir.
Fluffy is butthurt, man. That unprofessional fucking dude right there. He's all butthurt about it at this point. Like, and what it was is he just wanted the cops to arrest me. That's what he wanted, and that's why he lied, right? That's why he lies and says things that aren't true. You know what I mean? Because he wanted an arrest. He's like, man, I want to get this guy arrested. And he didn't get his way, and he's butthurt about it. You know, that's the bottom line. All right, we're going to go this way and go around and get to the front. Let's see if Fluff is mad, man. Let's see why he's mad. You know, maybe he learned something. Yeah, like lying and shit. Oh, he did this, he did that. He pushed me. He did this. So this is what I wanna mark. Is the door locked? Let's look. Is it locked? Yep, they locked it. So that's what you guys see now. They've locked the door, but they still need signage up that says employees only, authorized personnel, something of that nature. And they should also run it through their legal department, because like here's another state worker who can't get in. And they have badges with badge access to go in. You know what I mean? So what we'll do is we'll file a complaint. We'll get this door back opened up and unlocked because some idiots locked it, some state worker, right? So put this down so I'm not on a hard surface here. But yeah, so a little paperwork takes care of this. This door will get back open and unlocked. And you know, I feel like my job will be done here. But what I'm trying to see is Fluff. Where's Fluff? Hey, where'd Fluffy go, big dog? Did he go back to the other side? Yeah. Hey, thanks for being cool and cordial, man. So that security guard was cool, and that's why I just told him right now. Thanks for not being a like Fluffy. Let's see what it is. We're back on the other side. About to go see Mr. Fluffums and see if he's still fluffy. If he's still fluffy and awesome and all his awesomeness and not acting like a. Hopefully he's not acting like a, but I bet you he is. I bet you he is. Oh, now they've locked the doors. That's funny. That's awesome. Like, that's all we have to show, right? Look, boom, locked. There's a locked door right here. Very, very clearly locked door. So that's not okay for them to do. And they don't get to just lock the door because they don't want people here. But we're going to teach them. We're going to teach them a lesson. They don't get to just lock the door. I'll just wait for a worker to go, or a member of the public to go in, and I'll hop in. Because this is a state office that we have access to. They don't get to just lock these doors. See, that's what I said, and that's what I knew would happen. And that's why I typically don't leave once I'm in somewhere, because all they do is they lock the door, and they think that's going to make a difference. But this is the problem. I can come back tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day, and every other day after that, right? So, how's it going? You work here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they ain't letting you in, man. They don't like cameras and transparency. So like I said, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. But we'll show. Will they tell you to lock the door? Hey, I can promise you these doors will be unlocked one day, and I'll come back up in here. So Fluffy locked the door. They're not supposed to do that. And now I need service. I need help with my records request. So I need to get some service. I mean, that's the bottom line. You gotta give me service. Yo, need some service, man. Got my public records request I need to finish up. I know you guys think you're doing something good, but it's about to be real bad on you and the state, I promise. So, don't let Fluffy lead you down the wrong path there, brother. You got, like I said, man, it's clear as day, right? All vendors, guests, and non-C Street employees, right? Sign in. Vendors, guests, and non-C Street employees. There you go. Boom. Alright, I'm a guest. They need to let me in. It's very clear. This building, this is the state controller's office, 3301 C Street. And it's sweet. It says 753, but it's really 750. And they have to let us in. I need to do my public records request. Like, they've got it confused that they think they get to just lock the door and then we can't come in. And that's what they're doing. They're just keeping me out. I need assistance. They have to allow me to do my public records request. So, and then just a nickel. No knocking. No nothing else. No pounding. Oh, gotta get in, gotta get access, and we will. Like I said, this fucking idiot locked the doors. He thinks that's the answer, but like I said, when I come back the next day and the next day and the next day, we come back every day, and they don't keep the door locked every day. They can't. They're actually not even supposed to lock the door right now. So I'll get in. Don't worry. I will too, clown. This dude said, "No, you won't." What a clown. Stay worker, and I try to keep him off camera, so that tells me enough right there. I just keep everybody on camera now. Like, I'm trying to be respectful. Dude just walking in, so I just try to keep him off camera. And I'll just sit here and knock like it says guest. Look, I need to come in and do my records request. They need to let me in. Oh, hey, dude thinks he's recording it right now, but I'm recording it too. Like, I ain't hiding nothing. Well, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. This dude, this cake right here thinks that they get to just lock the door and not let people in. He said, "No, you won't. You guys think you don't have to let people in? This is open to the public. You don't get to just lock me out." And yeah, record it. It's okay. It's all good, Fluffy. You can record it all you want. We're allowed in here, and you're violating my right. That guy's an idiot, bro. Like I said, he recording, and he's gonna show the cop. Look, he's just knocking. Look at him. He's setting his phone up. Look at him. Yesterday he had it set up to watch movies, and right now he's setting it up to record me. Go ahead and record, bro. Like, let me get a better shot. Go ahead and record. Like, nothing. It's getting more of the outside. I don't care. Like, this says guests, and they're not helping me. I don't know if they can hear me or not, and I need help. I need to get the help that I need, and they have to provide it. So, I mean, it's really that simple. And this guy here is a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? He's trying to assist them and not giving me the help. Really, I guarantee nobody from the state's office said, "Oh, lock the door so he can't come in." Nobody said that. He just came back and was like, "Let's lock the door and he can't come in." And it's not true. This is an open to the public office. That's why it says guests right here. I hope they do call the police again. So the police say, "Hey, you gotta let him in. It's open to the public. You don't get to just lock the door and then be mad because he's knocking, right?" Like, I'm trying to knock so you guys can hear me and get some assistance. Need to file a public records request, please. Need to get in. Assistance. This is an open public building. You got told that yesterday, but you're a dumbass and you don't understand that. What he doesn't understand is I record everything I do. So he's recording me thinking he's giving a video he's gonna show. That's interesting. Gloves, a mask, a hoodie. Don't worry, Fluff, I'll be back. We'll have the doors unlocked. Trust me. You'll see yourself on the video. Later, clown.
All right, I'm out of here.